Alrighty, Thursday, August 29th, 2024. I'm Jason Shapiro, Credit Market Report. So today was not really very encouraging. Obviously we had the headline, which was NVIDIA. Came out with earnings that we could say were better than expected. You know, people argue whisper numbers, maybe not, but in general, they were pretty damn good. And NVIDIA failed. Tried to rebound and actually closed pretty much on lows. And clearly as the benchmark for everything, and obviously the highest weighted stock in the indices, that's not particularly a great thing overall. I think that the important thing here is that positioning across the board is very neutral. And this is a chart of Bitcoin. And this is the positioning. And you can see that there was some crowded positioning here as it was going up. And then it all went neutral right around here. And when this went neutral on the positioning side, Bitcoin went flat. It's been flat since here, right? It's really been flat since here, which is, March. 5 months of no movement. And this is very horrible trading to do. I mean, if you're a short-term trader, maybe, but if you're trying to catch a major move, this stuff is very difficult to trade. And I'm not saying every time position goes neutral, this happens, but without, a lot of shorts out there to push things higher when it squeezes, or without a lot of longs to push it lower, freak out on the downside when it starts to go lower, the overall movements can be very muted. And that's kind of what we're seeing here, as you can see in stocks, very neutral. That's the Dow. Very neutral in the S&P. Very neutral in the NASDAQ. And very neutral in the Russell. So it's tough, not impossible, but tough to get things to push one way or the other. And that's kind of what we're seeing, Tries to go up, it fails. It tries to go down, it fails. It tries to go up. And it can't really go anywhere. And that's pretty much what we're seeing in everything, The currencies have all gone very neutral here. You can see all the positioning's gone very neutral here. Yen, which has been the big driver, obviously has gone very neutral here. Euro, arguably, they're a little long, which is why Euro's failing here. But now Swiss has gone pretty neutral. So it's hard to push stuff one way or the other. And this becomes a very hard environment to catch a trend in, obviously. And I think that's where we're at. My personal belief is the stock market is going to go higher. But without this positioning, it's not like anything that's going to rip. This is going to be even if I'm right, this is going to be a very slow kind of thing. Obviously, we still have, the Fed thing coming up in a couple weeks now, and we have the election thing, which is going to be a nightmare for a couple months. And I just think this sort of more up and down thing is the most likely event here. And that is kind of what's going on. It's kind of what happened today. We tried to rip higher despite the NVIDIA stuff. The NASDAQ started to lead, and then we just failed. The Dow was the strongest. So basically the stock market X NVIDIA type stuff, was pretty good, although it did come off highs. We did see the bonds, sell off, but then come back. And with that, the dollar went up and then came off. So that's all kind of normal. And I think we're just seeing normal things. The news flow has been mixed. The market movements have been mixed. And the positioning is mixed. So to me, there's just not a lot of edge here. Very hard to sit back and wait for edge, but that's what I'm doing here. And that's really my main message here. Not a lot of edge out there. Time to be patient, time to be disciplined. Part of being disciplined is knowing when not to trade as well. And I feel like this is a time for that, unfortunately. Okay. So that's my thoughts. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope those thoughts help. And check us out, crowdedmarketreport.com, if you'd like to see more. Like our video, if in fact you like it. And we will talk again soon. Thank you.